Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Beyond the Story. This is Shriyari Prahlad from SpryntZ, a presentation by SpryntZ on stories behind every restaurant. So in a world today where if you go and talk to some of the gurus in the world, Peter Thiel for example, and ask him what are the top 5 businesses you should never start in your life, Peter Thiel says the number 1 is a restaurant. And he says a restaurant is the business that fails the most within the first year, right? Now, in such a competitive environment, today I'm very glad to talk to someone who has founded a restaurant in the food district of Dubai, which is Karama. And I'm glad to introduce Arpan Mehta to all of you today. Arpan, thank you very much and welcome to our podcast.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So, Arpan, just wanted to take this into a journey mode. I'd like to understand, Arpan, why and how did you focus on a restaurant?
Fair question. I think the story goes back, when I used to work in Gurgaon and I would do a night job, a night shift, go around after the shift, looking for restaurants, food, whatever. And every dhaba that I would see that's running well, in my mind, I talk to my friend, sometimes in my mind, I'm like, maybe I should have one too, you see a food joint and it's running successfully, you're like, मेरे को भी चाहिए अपना ढाबा or my food joint. Every time you go to hills, you want to have your own restaurant. So similar thoughts, I'm glad I didn't do it because I would have failed, just like how Peter Thiel said it. I always had this fascination of studying hotel management right after the schooling. And one of my family members is in the same field, IHM graduate, was working in Kuwait,
Hmm.
a nice, fabulous job, and had all his luxury, every time he would, come to India, bring us gifts. So I was fascinated by him, his character.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's why, I was fascinated with this hotel line as a glamorous world. So I ended up going to Spain at Le Roche, which is one of the finest colleges in the world for hotel management, hospitality institute.
Wow.
And from there, I went on to go to US. I did my internship with Hilton and a property, a five-star boutique property in the Hamptons, which is a 22-room property, which is pretty upscale. Uh, and I then post that I ended up working with a partner, and we were making chain of restaurants, Indian restaurants in Miami. We had like 5 branches in a
Okay.
matter of 4 years. We were doing great, and that's where I got the entire knowledge of food industry, how the operations work. What is the economy of a restaurant, and how does one fail? Because out of 5 branches, one of them weren't doing really well,
Mm-hmm.
and we could literally pinpoint on stuff and say this is probably why, because the others
Mm.
are doing this, and this is what this one lacks. And so we've seen success and failure in it, and I could totally relate at that point in time. If I had started the restaurant while I was working in
Mm.
Gurgaon, I would have failed because the industry looks so fancy from the
Right.
outside, but once you get into it,
Yeah.
if you don't know, I mean, if it should probably somewhere fall in your circle of competence.
Right.
If it falls outside that, that's probably not the right industry for you. And anything you do, it playing cricket is a different thing than watching cricket and saying, oh, you could have just scooped it over his
Absolutely.
head.
Yeah.
But once you're in the ground, it's very difficult. And if you're not conscious about what you're doing, what customers like, what your pricing is like, so sensitive about other
Yeah.
things or other element, it has a lot of moving parts. If you don't know those, it'll be very difficult, or you have to be just very lucky.
Right. So, Arpan, I'm going to take the liberty of asking this question because I've not had anyone that's come from the hotel management background who's founded a restaurant. So, this probably digressing a bit, let me ask you this. In the hotel management that you learn, do they teach you a lot about only business of hotel management or do they teach you actually to cook?
Yeah, they teach you everything.
Okay.
Teach you cook, teach you how to serve, the HR part, the finance part, the marketing part, housekeeping, F&B. It has everything. Accounting, it has
Oh,
everything. Yeah. So you go in term by term.
Okay.
In my college, we did it. We had regular classes every day, but we would go on to the projects of, once we'll have an HR project, you'll have to
Right.
present something on it or make a whole thing on it. It's a course in total. It's not just the the operations part of it, or the marketing part of it.
Right.
It is, you learn how to cook, you dress up like a chef, they give you chef dress, chef boots.
Wow.
Yeah, you'd know, they'll inspect you on it.
Wow.
And most importantly, I mean, hotel management guys will relate, if you don't have a thermometer on the checking day right here, they'll fail you.
Wow.
So keep that handy. Yeah, hats on.
That is very interesting. So let's continue with your journey. So you finished your hotel management in Spain,
Yeah.
and then you went on to become a restaurateur in Miami with a series of restaurants. How did Dubai happen?
So initially I'd come to Dubai in 2015 and I didn't like it that much. I'm like, okay, I live in Miami. It was that point, it was New York.
Hmm.
So it's like, I live in New York. I mean, Dubai is okay. I mean, you know how it is. But then I came back in 2021, and by now it has changed quite a bit. I saw the Future Museum and other roads, and it looked very fancy. It looked like the New York of the
Yeah.
Middle East to me. I was like, wow, this is something. Like, something is buzzing in here. And I was pleasantly surprised, and I started kind of liking it. My brother has been here, and we were just kind of looking for places.
Hmm.
I initially was looking for a job which I didn't really kind of make it to, and I was like, maybe I have a team ready. I have somebody who's fabulous with the culinary. His culinary skills are fabulous. He's a great chef himself. IHM background, Mr. Manav Kumar, who is a family to me. He is, he's, I probably, he can give any chef run for money when, he's in the kitchen. So, he gave me all his guidance and support to open this small little cute place in Karama. And we're proud to be selling North Indian food, serving North Indian food. And Punjabi hai, chole bhature to is a must. It's an emotion for us. When I'm blank, sometimes people will ask me, खाली क्यों है, क्या सोच के रहा है? So in my mind, I'm like, छोले भटूरे मिल जाते तो अच्छा रहता.
So tell me why the name Khatta Meetha.
So we have Delhi charts. And Delhi
Okay.
charts, everybody knows they're great.
Okay.
Yeah. And a good chart, the first thing you want to have is a khatta meetha taste.
Right.
So if you're into the business of chart and you don't have your chart khatta meetha, you can't be in that business. So that's why khatta meetha. What our charts are absolutely, uh, they're special. Okay, these are not ordinary charts. These are not charts. They're served with half things done right, half things not done right.
Mm-hmm.
If it's an aloo tikki chart, you get a crispy aloo patty.
Mm.
It's it's dripping with nice sweet curd, flavored tamarind,
Mm.
great mint chutney, and a lot of special spices powder that we use.
Wow. The way you're describing it,
Yeah,
I feel like I want to
that's
have
why
it right
it is
now.
khatta, it is khatta meetha. When you think of charts, you think khatta meetha.
Got it. Got it. So I've been in Dubai for running in on 20 years now. The number of, if I think of charts, right, there are quite a lot of people that offer me charts here. How Arpana's Khatta Meetha different?
In many ways, one, it has to make you feel, first of all, authentic, that you are in Delhi. You're probably having it in India, so you have to make it very, very close to it. Now, what we make in India is mostly fresh,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of people eat chaat. So there's no
Yes.
point of having stored
Yes.
the crispy puris for it. So we want to make sure that every step is done right. The puris are crisp. The
Mm-hmm.
filling inside is sufficient. It's not overdone or underdone. And we don't buy chutneys from outside. We make our own chutneys,
Okay.
special khajur chutneys, tamarind chutney, mint chutney,
Interesting.
and then we make our own special garam masala powder that we use
Oh,
in the
okay.
charts. It's the sprinkle that we do on the top of charts creates the magic. And plus, a lot of people don't pay, or a lot of places don't pay a lot of attention on garnishing. We
Right.
pay absolute immense, uh, you know, effort in garnishing, which means if a dahi puri should have some pomegranates anar on it, we don't want to sprinkle one or two, anars on it. We want to make sure the use is visible. It's there
Right.
with every bite. You can feel
Right.
it. It's there. And then there are small mistakes a lot of other places would do with charts, which just like they'll put, you know, uh, they'll put simple yogurt on it.
Right.
Yeah, so just make it the yogurt a little sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Little sweet will just enhance the taste.
Right.
So, and that's what happens in India. And it's about the consistency in everything, the thickness of your tamarind chutney, or the curd that you use, the fillings that you do, potatoes, size of potatoes, or whatever
Mm.
whatever
Mm.
you use it as filling in it. So that, and that's the only way you can make it authentic. if you
Right.
if you do the masalas right, if you do the chutneys right, you will be very close to authentic. If you just want to use a pre-packed tamarind chutney, a
Right.
pre-packed mint chutney, it'll always be an average chart.
Well, these are interesting nuances, Arpan. I've never thought about chart this way at all. I think what you're saying makes a lot of sense because in India, you're right. It is all fresh, right? They are
Yeah,
just taking it right in front of you,
yeah,
mixing it, and giving it to you.
totally.
Most of it is not taken out of packets or done
Yeah.
pre-made and all of that. Absolutely right. What would be the top 3 4 dishes that you are well known for?
Dahi puri,
Okay.
like excellent dahi puri, fabulous chole bhature,
Okay.
and our patiala lassi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've tried your chole bhature, and dahi puri I haven't tried, and of course the patiala lassi I haven't tried. What
Yeah.
is what is different in that?
So, Patiala lassi is inspired by lassi in Punjab. And,
Okay.
I'm Punjabi. So, lassi that has a lot of mawa in it,
So
or
forgive
peda in
my
it.
ignorance. Are you talking the Malai Marke style?
Malai marke style, on top of it with with a peda in it. So
Right.
when you drink it, I mean, it could be an entire meal in itself. You know,
Wow.
yeah. You don't want to work after that. You want to sit back, relax, and take it easy. You know, Netflix and chill was 5 years ago. Today is Netflix and lassi,
Netflix and Patiala lassi.
Patiala lassi.
I really love that. In fact, the way you're describing it is going to give a totally different spin to our viewers here because I think I'm going to order. I'm definitely going to try
Yeah,
your Patiala lassi.
absolutely.
I'm definitely going to do that. So, I have obviously been to your restaurant multiple times, Arpan. You describe it very well. Cute little space,
Yeah.
which in layman terms also means not a large dining area,
Yeah.
right? Uh, how would you describe your business today as in terms of the demographics of people coming in
Mm-hmm.
or ordering in? How would you categorize that?
We don't really want to categorize people. We want to categorize just as one. They are customers for us.
Okay.
We are a small shop. So my motto or our logo is, or our motto is, "Choti dukan, badhiya pakwan."
Okay.
Anyone who comes in, we have things for everybody. We have samosas for 2 dirhams, and we have chole bhature at 15. We always will be a place wherein anybody who's visiting Dubai, you're new to Dubai, you're finding a job, you're struggling, you're living in Karama,
Mm-hmm.
you're new to Karama, you live in Mankul, you are a foodie, you like North Indian food. We have everybody in our radar. Everybody in our radar. Or, sometimes, you are a Jain, you don't want onion and garlic in
Yeah.
your food. Happy to make it.
Okay.
If you call us 12 o'clock in the night, 1 o'clock in the night, because we're literally open till 1 o'clock in the
Yeah.
night. Um, you call us and say, I need Jain food. We'll be happy to make it for you. We'll customize it for you.
Right.
So for us, everybody matters. Especially our local community is of utmost importance. People who live around the neighborhood who want quick food, fresh food,
Mm-hmm.
their homemade food, however they want it. A lot of times people would call us and ask us, can you make the khichdi a little more, a little more thick or a little
Right.
more, however they want it, or extra ghee or whatever.
Right.
We are happy to do it. So for us, we don't categorize. For us, it's just one community, one big community who are either foodies,
Yeah.
new in search of good food, reasonable food, uh, you know, uh, pocket friendly,
Yeah.
yet authentic.
Got it. So, Have you had any experience that you want to highlight with any customer that is non-Indian that has tried your food?
Yeah, in fact, so here's a fun fact. We have fantastic reviews on Google.
Okay.
Uh, Roughly 500, about 4.8 in stars.
Oh, wow.
And a lot of times, a lot of people from other countries, we've had Russians visit us. We have people from UK. In UK,
Oh,
people
wow.
from UK are fond of Indian food.
Yeah, yeah.
So they come looking for us on the Google Maps and they say, "Oh, this is your place. I've seen good, great reviews. Okay, let's, what would you recommend?" And I've had an experience with working with foreigners, and in
Okay.
my life in US and then in Spain also. So I know what kind of dishes they'd probably enjoy,
Sure.
and what is not too spicy for them, because I want to definitely give them a good
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
want
yeah.
them to kind of sit here and sweat.
Yeah.
So we get a lot of people like that, and they absolutely love Indian food. We generally, just for everybody else, paneer makhni, garlic naan is their go-to dish.
Yes.
Everybody knows samosas.
Yes.
Make them try the dahi puris. They'll be go like, oh my god, what was that? Yeah, chole bhature maybe not so much. Maybe
Yeah.
it's only for Punjabis.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. Your chole bhature has chole in the black color or the
Yeah.
brown color?
No, no, it's definitely black. If it's brown, it's not, somebody's scamming you. Yeah.
Well, I've eaten chole bhature that is brown as well, so
Yeah.
maybe I've been scammed multiple times. Now we are hitting a season, Arpan, right? We're just
Yeah.
starting the season
Yeah.
now. We're gonna expect a lot more people to come and order and all of that. So generally, in the previous season, in the current season, during these kind of seasons, do you add on anything in your menu, or do you remove anything, or do you make anything differently?
Well, no, but we definitely play the seasonality factor,
Okay.
because when we hit summers, we definitely want to give everybody fantastic, refreshing, cool dishes or
Okay.
cool drinks. So we take a step back on, our teas, and we generally don't highlight though they're still great. But if somebody comes to me and is like, "What do you have to drink in summers?" I'd offer them a Patiala lassi
Mm.
or a fantastic, Jethalal ka soda shikanji,
Got it.
which is a popular drink in the north. If you've been to Delhi, Jain
Yes.
shikanji is pretty famous. So
Yes.
we get the same Jain shikanji masala and we make them here.
Right.
And in the winters, people gravitate towards our fabulous adrak chai.
Wow.
So
Okay.
we serve them in kulhars.
Okay.
And, so that's why we kind of rotate the menu a little bit, but
Mm.
more or less you'll still get everything 12 months. But we're adding some dishes now to the new menu, which is again typical Delhi style street food, like a lot of chopped dishes, a lot of chopped rolls, which we didn't have earlier. A lot of desi street sandwiches. We'll had momos, so you could
Mm.
literally stand and have momos just like you'd do it in Sarojini Nagar
Pani
or
puri.
Lajpat Nagar, in those areas.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
imagine yourself in Kamla Nagar in Delhi or
Yeah.
Karol Bagh. Momo shop, momo, that
Yes.
whole feel will give it to you.
It's like standing on the streets and giving away pani puri. I've seen having
Absolutely.
momos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Absolutely. We have a standing stall at Pani Puri, standing stall of Pani Puri. You come, you'll feel like, you're somewhere in Sadar Bazaar.
Those are very interesting analogies you're drawing between the locations where you get fantastic food in
Yeah.
India to here in Dubai to try to
Yeah.
experience the same kind of food. So Arpan, some of the food stuff that you mentioned here, like the Patiala lassi, for example, I'm assuming it's going to be a visual treat in itself if I come there and have it. How do you keep maintain the same thing when you deliver it? And how do you do that? Because and also you mentioned about focus on garnishing.
Yeah.
But in delivery, how do you manage to
Yeah.
achieve that?
When we first started, a lot of people would call us and say, can you pack our save puri separately?
Correct.
Yeah, because it'll get soggy.
Yeah.
So we are like, yeah, absolutely, no problem. So this is exactly how we do it.
Mm.
If we are sending somebody a dish that we think, by the time it get to you,
Mm.
it'll probably be out of the shape, we'll give you all the garnish on the side. So
Yeah.
you can go home, when it gets to you, you can open it, put it in your container or in our container, and then put the garnish on top. So you get to enjoy
Right.
everything.
Right.
But we do pay a lot of attention on. So when you, as good as it sounds, when you come to a restaurant, you'll
Yeah.
you'll find every dish has been garnished.
Sure.
Even if we serve you plain rice, we'd still give you a garnished plain rice. If
Got
we
it.
pay extreme importance to it, because first you will eat food with your eyes, maybe then smell, maybe then finally you'll taste it. But we do want to make the food not just taste good but look good also. And garnish is a part of not just the looks, also it adds to the taste.
Sure.
If you garnish something with like crispy potato chips or whatever, or cilantro in our case, or
Sure.
with pomegranate or mava in some cases, or rose petal in some cases, they have these things that have their own taste.
Yeah.
If you don't do them, if you don't garnish it on the top, probably the dish will probably be will start to fall back,
Sure.
and people will think, oh, it's not the same. But a fresh garnish is a must.
Got it. Got it. So I think during the season, Arpan, I'm definitely wishing and hoping that it all goes extremely well for you guys. What I want to understand, Arpan, is where from here. I know you've
Hmm.
run this for closing in on 2 years now, Khatta
Yeah.
Meetha in Karama. Are you thinking of expanding in Dubai? Are you going to launch new brands? Or do you want to take your charts and put it behind a larger brand? I don't know where from here.
So our vision is a little, different. We don't want to grow it right now. We'll probably be looking at growing maybe in 2 years from now.
Okay.
But right now, I think we're in a happy space. What we want to do is we want to get into a lot of home caterings.
Okay.
You have a small party at home, 10, 12, 20, 30, 40 people. You want to have a Ganpati Pujan, you want to
Sure.
have a Diwali party, you want to have an Eid party. We want to, give you give you a service at your place at a fabulous price and fabulous dishes with a fabulous experience, so that
Got it.
we don't want to go to your home and just put the dishes in some trays and say, okay, that's your food.
Sure.
We want to make it like a proper banquet hall, but in your house, banquet hall, or a larger feeling in your house. So we definitely want to ace the uh, home catering segment, wherein people want to have just small parties at home, small caterings done at home,
Sure.
but will always be cost effective, will always be very our presentation will be fabulous, our staff will be excellent in what they do, and will do a full service for you at home, so you don't have to worry about anything. So that's our line of business that we want to get into,
Hmm.
like push into more.
Got it.
And we get a lot of queries now also for home caterings. We do some, but we want to take it to the next level, where we do it in such a manner that you call us and say, tomorrow morning 50 people, you're good.
Got it.
It's just such a better understanding between us and our customers.
So when you say catering, Arpan, are you also talking about the regular spread of food, not just the charts? Are you also talking of all the varieties of rice and everything else? A normal lunch sort of a catering
Yeah,
scenario.
everything. We currently do have a lot of like North Indian
Yes.
dishes on the menu. So
Yes.
everything North
Everything.
Indian, pure veg,
Okay.
like you don't have to worry about. We don't even use any product that says eggs in it in
Got it.
our dishes. Nothing of that sort.
Got it.
So if you need home food, pure veg, Indian food, North Indian, khatta meetha.
So I want to ask another question here. Why vegetarian? Is is this a religious reason, or is this by choice of the food type that you would like to play in? Or is it just because Arpan is a vegetarian?
Well, no, I think it's a mix of a few things. One, we
Okay.
understand our customers well. A lot of our customers are vegetarian, and
Okay.
vegetarian food has a lot of variety. It doesn't lack in taste or variety in any
Sure.
shape, form, or
Sure.
manner. And our customers are a little sensitive, so we want to be as sensitive as they are about their choices. If we have a customer who doesn't want even their food to be made with anything next to a chicken
Yeah.
slab or a
Yeah.
chicken thing, with us there is no problem like that, because there is no, we're pure veg, and it's essentially because there is a large audience here who's vegetarian. They're
Yeah.
vegetarian and they enjoy vegetarian food. We'd be happy to cater to them. And anyways, if somebody eats non-veg, I'm sure they can I mean, a veg person probably won't be eating non-veg, but a non-veg person
Yeah.
can still have veg.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, so absolutely, and you'd be surprised to know on on Eid we get massive biryani orders, like veg
Oh,
biryani
wow.
orders, soya chap biryani orders.
Mm-hmm,
We get
mm-hmm.
massive orders of vegetarian biryani on Eid, which is I was shocked myself with that.
Absolutely, absolutely. No, I totally agree with you. I think vegetarianism is something that is catching up a lot. Like you rightly pointed out, um, everybody is first a vegetarian. Non-vegetarian is a layer on top of that. So it spreads out that way. So, uh, of course, this catering thing is new to me. I'm gonna hit you up on that. For all of our viewers, you are listening to Arpan, so catering is open with Khatta Meetha. Feel free to hit them up if you have any parties happening at home, especially given a bunch of festivities that are going to come right now. Right. So Arpan, why sprints?
Well, I was approached by Sprint and to work with us on the local caterings. And I think what Sprint is doing is fabulous for the community. They are helping us master the local community, take our fabulous food to the local community, serve the local community, and I'm all in for people who do some work for the community. I don't know if I can do work for something that's like 10 kilometers from me.
Sure.
It'll be a challenge, and maybe I'll be not able to give 100% in it. But
Sure.
if something is in my reach, 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers, I think sprints, gives us a little wings to deliver food faster in a more efficient manner to our customers, which I think is a win-win for all three of us, for us, for our
Sure.
customers, for sprints, and that's why I'm very inclined with their idea of serving the local community. Anything you do with the community, I'm in for it.
Got it.
So for me, we direct a lot of customers now to sprints, so that they can order food from their favorite restaurant, their best dishes,
Sure.
at a fabulous. A lot of times you get offers on it. I mean, most of the time you'd get offers on it, and you can track them online. The food gets to your door. You're happy. Everyone's happy.
Sure. Sure. Absolutely. I think community is the key for one thing that we've also realized is for any restaurant to survive and thrive, more than survive, thrive. I think keeping the community around them happy is the key. And a lot of things what Arpan has mentioned today is all going towards making sure that the local community within Karama area is being serviced. Most definitely, for me, listening it from you firsthand, Arpan, is making me want to come to Katamita again because there are quite a lot of things that you mentioned I haven't tried. So it's
Yeah,
worth it's definitely worth
absolutely.
trying, and I'm gonna hit you guys up and place my first order, I guess, pretty
Yeah.
quickly. Patiala lassi it is. That is
Patiala
that is
lassi, that's
something
the
that I'm
way.
gonna
Like
try.
if it's a Sunday, it's a law. Chole bhature and lassi, Patiala
It's
lassi,
a law.
it's a law. Yeah. If you're
So you
not
don't.
having chole bhature on Sunday,
It's a
you're
sin.
not doing it right.
It's a
Yeah,
sin.
it's a sin. You're missing it. You're not doing it right.
Absolutely,
Yeah, go back
absolutely.
to the basics.
Yeah,
Sunday means chole bhature. It's a national day.
yeah, yeah. So Arpan, you have anything specific for viewers to tell them about anything that you want to convey that Katamita wants to convey to them?
Yeah, absolutely. Come down, visit us. We have fabulous food, exceptional prices. Uh, come for charts, chole bhatures, patiala lassi, puri bhaji. Uh, if you like paneer makhni, roti, sabji, chop, whatever North Indian you like. If you're missing Delhi, definitely come to us. Also, we have matar kulchas. Don't
Oh
forget
wow.
that. Yeah, don't forget the matar kulchas. So yeah, come visit us, and we'll make sure you go back happy.
Absolutely. So thank you very much for this, Arpan. Appreciate it. We will definitely make sure that we promote you guys during this season, and let's together make this successful. And we wish you all the best for the season, Arpan.
Fabulous. Thank you, guys. And
Loved having you.
all
Loved
the
having you with
best
us.
to Sprints and the team.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Arpan.
Perfect.